Okay, this is notes for standard 21, graphing using point slope form. So the last standard, standard 20, was all about point slope form of a line and how to write equations in that point slope form of a line. This particular standard is about taking that same formula and given the equation, pull out the point and the slope and put that point and slope on a graph. So we are really just worrying about, can I graph a line? So the four different levels are, can I graph a line when the slope is a whole number? Can I graph a line when the slope is a fraction? Can I graph a line when the coordinate is 0? Those are kind of your three main parts, okay? So let's jump right in it and go ahead and graph on the next page. That form is right here at the top, so if you ever need to revert back or look back to it. But what we talked about yesterday is if I were to give you the point, say 2, -3, and you were going to write this equation, you would start by doing y minus your y coordinate, which is -3. Minus a negative turns that to a plus. So anytime you see a plus, the plus actually came from a negative number being put into the equation. So in our very first one, when I say, what's the point that was put into this equation? The point that was put into that equation, go over to the x. This had to have been x minus a -4 in order for that to become a +4. So -4 is my x coordinate. And then over here, this was just a regular 3 because my formula is minus. So anytime you see a plus, the only way that that could have been a plus from this formula is if you did subtract a negative. The slope is much easier to pull out of an equation than the point. The slope is just the number in front of the parentheses here. So that 3/4, that's my slope. On my next one, the point, we'll just practice pulling out the point. So the point here was x minus, and then we put in the number 5. So 5 was the x coordinate I put in. Whereas here, this had to have been y minus a -2 in order for it to become a plus. So my y coordinate is -2. The slope, again, is just that number in front of the parentheses there, that -4. If you want to remind yourself that that's going to be -4/1, that would be helpful. And then the last one, -9 or x minus 9 means that that was a 9 that I put into the equation. And it would be a +6 that was put into the equation to get it to be y minus 6. And then my slope is -1/2. So level 1 of the point slope form graphing is really just looking at an equation and making sure that you're able to pull out both the point and the slope. Okay, now let's actually get to the graphing portion. Okay, so different kinds of slopes here. I have positive fraction slopes. I've got negative whole number slopes for the second one, and then negative fraction slopes for the third one. First thing I'm going to do is go ahead and write out for myself the point. The point here is going to be -4, -9. And then I'm going to remind myself that my slope is 1/3. To graph this, I'll go ahead and start at -4, -9. That's your first point. And then from there, you're going to rise, which just means I'm going to go up, and I'm going to run. So rise 1. And then to the right, 3. Do it again, just to make sure that your line is straight. And there we go. Now we just practice that again with some different types of numbers. So here I had negative coordinates and a positive slope. Here I'm going to have one negative coordinate, so negative 5, 4. And my slope is going to be negative 2. And I'm going to remind myself that that's over 1. So negative 5, 4. That's where the point negative 5, 4 is located. And then from that dot, I'm going to rise, but because it's negative, that means I'm going to go down 2 over 1. Okay, one more time, we'll practice that. Again, just looking at some different types of graphs. Here I had some negative coordinates and a positive slope. Here I had a mix of negative coordinates and positive coordinates, but this time I had a negative slope. And then the last one is going to have negative coordinates and a negative slope. So negative 8, negative 3. And then my slope is going to be negative 2/3. Now when I write this down, I'm going to give that negative to the top number, but not to the bottom number. So negative 8, negative 3 is this point. That'll be my starting point. And then from there, I'm going to go down 2, right 3. Okay, and there's my line. So some different variations of graphs is really going to give you that level 2, level 3. This is really the meat and bones of the lesson, and this is what we want to make sure that you have and can understand. And then for the level 4, we just have some special case type questions. So a special case would be that maybe one of the numbers from the problem is missing. Okay, so an example of that would be the two problems at the bottom of page 9 here. So when I go to pull out my coordinate, I don't have a number behind x. When I was doing the problems above here, I started with the number negative 4, which was the number behind x. I don't have that number here on question number 7, which just means that there was no number back behind the x. So that's going to be 0. So my coordinate's going to be 0 for x, and then y would be positive 9. And then from there, I'm going to go down 4, and then to the right 3, sorry. So 0, 9 is up at the top of the y-axis here. And then we'll go down 4 and right 3. Down 4. Right 3. Last one here. So I have, again, one of the coordinates is 0. So the first problem we did allowed you to see what is it going to look like if x is 0. This problem is just an example of what happens when y is 0, or what it looks like when y is 0. So my x coordinate here is negative 8. And my y coordinate is, well, there's no number there. It's missing. So if it's missing, that means that number was 0. So I don't have to put it down. And then my slope is 5 over 3. Okay, in the past couple of days, the one thing that we've kind of been struggling with is we see a coordinate with a 0 and we just automatically assume it's on the y-axis. But this is -8, 0, which means I'm going to go on the x-axis to -8 and then don't go any on the y-axis. So it's actually over here to the left. And then from there, I'll go up 5 and to the right 3. And there we go. In order to make sure you're ready for the assessment over this standard as well as the standard prior to this, which would be standards 20 and 21, the very next page, or the pages in your notes or homework packet, would be page 5 and page 8 of the homework packet. Those 2 pages would ensure that you were prepared and you knew what the assessment for 20 and 21 would look like.